the race politics in the last couple of weeks. Contrast the headlines and draw your own conclusions. On the one hand, the way the media reported the shocking murder in Georgia of Ahmaud Arbery, shot dead when he was out jogging, shot by three men who said they thought he was a thief. Now, those three men have now been found guilty of murder by a jury of 11 whites and 1 black. Almost every report I read or heard of that verdict went the same way. Here, for instance, is the headline in The Guardian, quite typical. Ahmaud Arbery verdict, 3 white men found guilty of murdering black man as he jogged. So there you had it, race front and centre. Now contrast that with the reports of the ghastly mowing down of people at a Christmas parade in Waukesha. More than 60 people injured and 6 people killed. You might note a common factor of all the dead, including a boy just 8 years old, all allegedly deliberately murdered by Darrell Brooks Jr. Now, I've already showed you earlier how The Guardian, like most media outlets, reported the Arbery verdict. 3 white men found guilty of murdering a black man. Now let me show you this same newspaper, The Guardian, how it reported Darrell Brooks being charged. Waukesha Christmas parade. Man charged with homicide after 5 killed. Not one mention of race, of victims or alleged perpetrator. No headline in any mainstream media outlet injected race into their reports. Like, black man charged with homicide after 5 whites killed. No, you'd say, of course not. That would be too inflammatory, and the media must be responsible. It cannot play the race card in Waukesha like it did in Georgia. 3 whites kill black Ahmaud Arbery. 3 white men kill black jogger. Race underlined, race in bold letters, headlines. It's not as if racism was proved to be the key factor in the Arbery killing. In fact, the prosecutors never argued race. Now, not ruling out racism. In fact, I personally doubt the killers would have presumed a white jogger was a thief and shot him. But then I'm just guessing here. On the other hand, it is not as if race can be ruled out as a factor in the Waukesha massacre either. I mean, the driver supported Black Lives Matter. He praised Hitler in social media posts. He likened the cops to the Ku Klux Klan. And he posted, "So when we start back knocking white people out, Ion, we want to hear it. The old white people too, knock them F out, period." So, given all that, I certainly would not rule out racism as a factor in that particular case. But it seems that most of the media would rather we did. That race angle is being played down or simply ignored. And maybe that's wise. But there is a danger. When the media makes so many stories involving black victims and white perpetrators, a narrative of racism, but then do not do the same in stories involving white victims and black perpetrators, that tends to build a false narrative. A narrative that the only racism around, the only one that you should worry about, is white racism. That is a unique evil. Or as CNN put it in a poisonous headline the day before the Waukesha massacre, "There's nothing more frightening in America today than an angry white man." In Waukesha today, some might beg to differ. But whatever. The way the media plays this race card, I think you need to know the deck is stacked. And when that happens, when the truth is suppressed, no one wins.